Welcome to the InfoWars Nightly News. It is Friday, July 25th, 2014, and I'm Leanne McAdoo. Here's what's coming up tonight.
Tonight, DARPA looks into tech to track all measurable human activity. Then, illegal alien MS-13 members are arrested for murder. And what's the First Lady doing with this giant GMO rat? That's next on the InfoWars Nightly News.
They've got the GM health fears, complete nonsense. It's always nonsense the government's stealing drugs. Nonsense there's police brutality. Nonsense.
Well, DARPA is soliciting companies that will be able to provide technology that will allow the Department of Defense to predict future societal unrest by measuring and keeping track of all human activities that can be measured. Now, this is according to a solicitation posted on FezBizOps, and it outlines DARPA's intent to fund research and development of what they call game-changing technologies that are going to provide a decisive information advantage for the U.S. and its allies. They say essentially all human activities that can be measured are being quantitatively re-examined in the context of this new big data capability that they've got. And they've already produced some remarkable insights into human activities and have enabled quantitative decision making. So the agency is looking to use this quantitative decision making to develop algorithms which can forecast online correlation for civil unrest. Now, we're hearing this again and again. We've been reporting this numerous times over the past several years about how the government is planning for this civil unrest that's to come. Now, a flood of illegal immigrants breaching the border was mentioned in Operation Garden Plot as a potential indicator of civil unrest. So that is, of course, why we believe that this deliberate plan to flood the border with illegal immigrants is all sort of a test run for martial law and the Rex 84 readiness plan, which is, of course, a plot by the United States federal government to test their ability to detain large numbers of refugees and American citizens in the case of civil unrest or a government-declared national emergency. Now, notice that word, refugees. This is what we have been told that we are to call these unaccompanied minors and all of these illegal immigrants flooding the country. Initially, they were illegal aliens, then they were unaccompanied minors. Now they're all being given de facto refugee status. So, of course, when DARPA rolls out this technology, all of our internment specialists are already going to have all the practice they need to round up citizens. Now, the president is going to be meeting with the Central American leaders today. He'll meet with the presidents of Honduras, El Salvador, and Guatemala. And the purpose of this visit is going to be to order these Central American leaders to stop the immigration flood. And he wants to discuss their shared responsibility to promote safe, legal, and orderly migration to America. Now, Honduras' president said that part of this sharing responsibility is going to be when the president clears up the ambiguity surrounding the country's immigration laws. And this includes the president's Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals program. And he also calls on the president to step up law enforcement efforts to shut down drug smugglers and cartels. So you notice that the Honduras president is not actually saying anything about the violence in his country. He is talking about all of the confusion surrounding our lackadaisical immigration laws and also the enforcement of those laws. Now, one of the ideas that the president is toying with in hopes to stem this flood of illegals is to shift the decision-making process into the hands of the Honduran government. Basically, he wants to think about granting amnesty to these children before they even have to leave their country. Now, this plan is going to direct the government to screen thousands of children and youth in Honduras to see if they can enter the United States, as refugees or under emergency humanitarian grounds, and they won't even have to make the dangerous trek. Now, they say that up to 50% could be approved. Now, according to the New York Times, they point out refugees under American law are people fleeing their country of origin based on fears of persecution by reason of race, religion, nationality, political opinion, or membership in a particular social group. But many of these Hondurans and other Central Americans are fleeing, they say, because of gang violence. So, of course, that doesn't really fit into any of these categories, but that does not matter to this administration, who has already went ahead and granted them de facto refugee status. And, of course, the media is complicit, just happily referring to them as refugees, even though it does not fit the definition of a refugee under American law. City of Austin tap water versus filtered City of Austin tap water.
I can taste dirt in it.
God knows what's in this.
This has an aftertaste.
Tastes like Austin water? Yeah, it does. Ugh.
These people just sampled City of Austin tap water straight from the faucet. Next, we had them try a sample of tap water filtered through the ProPure G2.0 filtration system.
High quality H2O.
That one is better.
Tastes like nothing.
Yep, I know what good water tastes like. It's good water.
Most tap water contains added substances like fluoride, chlorine, Monsanto's deadly pesticide, glyphosate, and many others. Studies prove that these substances are linked to an assortment of major health issues, including tooth decay, lowered IQ, and even cancer.
It tastes like you're drinking out of the lake when you're drinking tap water.
Yeah, it has that processed flavor to it.
The ProPure G2.0 filtration system removes these deadly substances and many more, leaving only fresh-tasting, deliciously clean water.
Okay, this is very tasty.
It's good water.
Refreshing.
It's good.
Go to InfoWarsStore.com today. Use promo code WATER and save 10% off your ProPure purchase. Again, that's InfoWarsStore.com or call 1-888-253-3139.